Hi, my name is Dan Nevins. I'm the Director of Warrior Speak for Wounded Warrior Project, an organization that's very near and dear to my heart, and it's just an honor to be here at the Warrior Open. Actually, I heard about it from a lot of different people, like a little buzz kind of early on, because I used to work for the PGA Tour, and golf was very instrumental in my healing process at Walter Reed and even beyond, and still today, even though I don't play very much anymore because work. But it was Jim Estes had got the word to me. He's like, you need to apply for this. And Jim was the guy who basically introduced me to golf at Walter Reed. So, and I jumped right on it, sent in my application. And that was the first part, and then they required all this other paperwork that I'm like, I just moved, I don't have any of this. So I had to dig it all up, and but now I'm here. I originally enlisted to, right after high school, to fight in the Gulf War. And if you remember, I was graduated in '91. So halfway through I enlisted, I'm like, I'm gonna go fight, and then it was over before I even graduated high school, and but I still honored my commitment. And I ultimately spent 8 years active duty, 4 years in Germany, 4 years at Fort Bragg, where, you know, Fort Bragg, home of the airborne. I was a paratrooper, I loved it, it was great, but there was more for me, I thought, and so I got out of the active duty, but the uniform had kind of defined me. You know, I didn't really have great parenting growing up, but so the military was kind of like my structure, and it made me a better person, so I didn't want to give it up. So I simultaneously enlisted in the National Guard and stayed in the Guard throughout college and beyond. I re-enlisted a couple times in the Guard just to stay. I just couldn't give up that uniform. You know, it meant a lot to me and kind of was a part of who I always will be. And then I deployed once right after 9/11, a traditional National Guard deployment. It was Operation Noble Eagle. It was on the border of California and Mexico. I have no idea what we were doing there except for helping immigration and customs just kind of tighten border security. And then deployed to Iraq in January of 2004, and I was injured in a IED blast on November 10th, 2004. Over the next couple of days, I'm really looking the most forward to meeting more warriors that share the love of golf. You know, for me, when I was at Walter Reed, there were a handful of us that would go and practice at Only Golf Range with Jim, and he would give us some lessons. But not many of the people that I participated in that with still golf today. So I'm always looking for people that share a common a bond, you know, whether it's military service or being wounded, and also golf. So I'm just looking to find some new golf partners. And just to compete too. I'm a competitive person by nature. I wish I'd been playing more golf up to this point, but I'm just super excited to get out there and feel the pressure, because it's been a long time since I've been in a situation like that, and I'm really looking forward to it. This is my first competitive, just me. I've played in a bunch of scrambles over the years and best balls and team golf, but never just, you know, my ball and it's me against the, you know, but that's what I love about golf. It's not you against everybody else, it's you against you and the ball and the course and par. And I think that's kind of why it was so healing for me when I was at Walter Reed and even beyond today, because it's 4 hours where you just focus on something other than whatever's been on your mind for the last week or the last month or the last few years.